Who is Mayke as an athlete?
Who is Mayke as an athlete? I hope Mayke is an all-round athlete who loves to do all kind of sport, but priority strongman. That's my passion.
And tell us about your achievements.
My achievement, 2024 and 25, I'm champion of the Masters, and above that, I'm champion of the champion in last November.
Where did it all start for you? How did you get into strongman?
How do I begin strongman? I think around the COVID, we had to go outside, tire flips, everything was coming around. So my turning began from only CrossFit to strongman, to combine them. And then I participate in the Dutch Strongest Woman. I was second for 2 times. And then you came. Natural Strongman came. And I'm very glad with that. So I went for the qualifier at Strongman Battles in 24, and so I qualified for the Worlds.
And when did you realize, Mayke, that you were one of the best? Was it that day in the Strongman Battles qualifier in Dennis's old gym? Was it when you were at Worlds? When was that moment? Because you came to the first Worlds and blew everybody out of the water. You smashed it and you won. What was the moment that made you realize I'm one of the best here?
I think it was Champions of Champions.
Okay. It's a whole
because I did Masters category,
yeah.
And I still believe I belong there. But somehow my body tells me there's more. And I didn't believe it at first. Of course, I was very glad I could join Champions of Champions, but I was never expecting to stand on the podium on the top. Never.
And after the competition, I seen you were quite emotional.
Yeah.
What does it mean to you to win that competition, to be the champion of champions, the best natural strongman in the world?
Yeah, it was so. That feeling, I have never felt it before. I'm older. I'm 42. I have three children. I have work. I have a household. I have everything. Everything like juggle the balls. And sometimes it's very hard work. And then you get to achieve that. It was a very emotional moment. And I am not that emotional person. I'm always a little bit harsh on myself. But yeah, it was, I think, the top achievement I've ever accomplished. Yeah.
For us, you are stepping into the open women's category.
Yeah.
You're leaving the Masters aside and you're going head on into this. What was the motivation for that? Was it becoming the champion of champions and realizing that you're capable?
Yeah, because of the Champions of Champions, I want to give it a go. Yeah.
Are there any athletes in particular you've got an eye on to beat? What's your overall goal for the Opens?
It's still think it's a kind of a measure point where I belong in the bigger group in the open woman. Yeah, do I have competition? I think all of the women in that category is my competition, because every woman has her own skills. Someone is better in deadlifting, someone is better in sandbag runs or else. It depends on what you program, and that depends on who is your biggest competition.
And do you feel some pressure coming into this year, seeing as you're coming in as the champion of champions?
Yeah, of course. Of course. It was already last year. I felt it. And I'm not just one woman who's competing with the rest. You feel it. Oh, it's Mayke. Yeah, of course.
And then looking forward to Worlds, a little step ahead again. What's the plan? Will you defend your Masters title or do Opens, or maybe do both?
I think the last one.
You want to do both?
Because I want to be good at something for 3 times. I belong in that category, so I want to defend my title. And it depends how Europe goes. Where am I standing? And I just think I still want to compete at Worlds, at the Open, just to want to know where do I stand. And why not do them both? I'm already made the trip, already have the hotel.
If you win Europes, would you just say not to Masters and focus on the Opens, or do you find maybe doing the Masters isn't going to tax you too much, so you can actually still perform just as well in the Opens? Obviously, you're going to do 7 events and then 7 events, which is a lot. But
yeah,
have you thought about that?
Of course. And I think that depends how Europe goes.
Yeah.
That I will make my decision after that.
So yeah, that kind of leads on. So let's just say, what happens at Europes if you don't have a great day? What do you do then for Worlds? Just another iteration.
I think I can answer that now. No.
As you say, the events make a big difference. So.
Ah. Well, how does my prep go? How does does my body do the things I want my body to do? It's. I think this year you're in a stage. Does every piece of the puzzle does what I want them to do? I think that's the. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.